All right. What's popping? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, mr.locario, the bad boy. The dating game was popping. Hold on, I'm trying to test out this new camera. Make sure it's decent. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I gotta make sure I can see myself, see how it looks. All right, everything's looking good. Everything's looking crisp. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Remember, this is going straight on Patreon right after. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to do a little something real quick. You feel me? Shout out to April MC in the building. What's up, girl? How you doing? Shout out to Iceberg S. AT, what's good? Certified Tyrone, what's popping? What's good? What's good with you guys? So today's topic, man, is hot women don't exist. Okay, I'm gonna go into this, man, because a lot of times dudes be killing themselves and going crazy, trying to get the hottest girls, thinking there's something special about hot women. You understand? But what I'm going to talk about is how they don't exist. Hot women is all in your mind. You understand? Whether a woman is hot or not, it's all in your mind. It's your own perception. It's your own opinion, right? And so we're going to get into that. You understand? We're going to get into more and more stuff. But as, people are coming in, let's do this thing that we love to do each time. Let's get it cracking.
Game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
Yes, sir. We are back. What's going on? So, I'm testing out the new with a higher definition camera. You feel what I'm saying? So if it looks a little different, that's because of that. You feel me? So I was like, let me test this shit out real quick, see how it's going, see how it's doing. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So today, guys, I'm gonna be talking about how hot women don't exist, right? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because, I keep getting guys who make their, game, their dating life, their situations, right, harder on themselves because they're so caught up in a woman being hot, in a woman being a dime, in a woman being, super sexy and all this other shit. Now I get it. We all want women who are hot. You want a woman that is attractive. You understand, to you. You want that hot chick. Now this is the problem. See, guys want a hot chick, but they want hot chicks a lot of times, not just for themselves, but they want hot chicks because they want their friends to think that their girl is hot so that they can get a pat on the back and say, yo, bro, she bad, bro. So that a nigga can feel good about himself. You understand? So not only does he want a hot girl for himself, he wants the hot girl for the validation from his boys. And sometimes he wants the hot girl for validation from his boys more than he wants it for himself. Meaning he wants the hot girl for validation more than he wants the hot girl for himself. Meaning he wants the validation more than he wants to just enjoy having a hot girl. You understand what I'm saying? And so what it is that you have to understand that whenever you see a hot girl or a girl you think is hot, understand that she's hot to you. Period. Now, does this mean that she's not going to be hot to other people? Of course she'll be hot to other people. But what I'm saying is that she's hot to you. So what happens is a lot of times is that if you're the type of guy that gets flustered or gets, caught off guard, or you just start feeling a certain type of way, when you see a hot girl, you get all nervous and you're scared to talk to her. You're scared to approach her. You're scared to interact with her, right? The reason why that's happening is because you're putting her on a pedestal, because you think she's hot and you think she's special and you think there's something that you need to do that is, extremely significant or special to get this woman. You understand what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that because she's hot to you, because she's hot in your mind, right? You start acting funny. You start getting nervous. You start saying, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Now, when you get around a girl who you think is average or okay, right? A lot of times you're just like, whatever. You just like, I'll go holler at her. I'll go talk to her. You don't have that same nervous energy around that average girl or the girl you think is average. Now, why is it you have you're chill around the average girl, but you're nervous around the hot girl? You're nervous around the hot girl because you make the hot girl mean more to you than the average girl. You think the hot girl is better than the average girl. You think the hot girl is more special than the average girl. You think the hot girl is just like, up here and the average girl is here, right? And so what happens is that if you can attain the hot chick, then that really means, then you're somebody, right? Then you are a guy who's worth something. If you can get that hot girl, then you can look at yourself in a mirror and say, you know what? I'm a man. That's what you want to do, right? So you're putting all of this extra energy into the hot girl, but understand, hot girls don't exist. You understand? It's all in your mind. Because if you see a girl who's a 10, another guy might see her and think she's a 6, right? So is she a 10 or is she a 6? She's both. She is whatever that person thinks she is. That includes you. It's subjective. And so a lot of times guys try to get into this sort of argument saying, well, no, there's objective beauty, and there's just certain girls who are hot, and that's it. It's facts. It's facts that they're hot. No, it's not. There's no fact that a woman is hot. I had a dude come to my comments talking about, but it's he's basically saying like J-Lo and Beyonce, that those are hot women that you can't fucking argue with that. He said you can't argue. This nigga said you cannot argue. You cannot debate that, J-Lo and Beyonce are hot, are dimes. right? See, what people don't understand is that everybody has a different opinion on what they think is hot, on what they think is beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? On what they think is sexy, whatever you want to call it. People have different opinions. And what happens is that a lot of times your opinion on what you think is hot comes from your culture, comes from your upbringing, comes from what you've been around as you were growing up, right? So you might have an attraction for a certain type of look that a woman has, right? And you don't realize you have that attraction because when you were growing up, you grew up around women who look like that. You understand? See, a lot of what you think is hot comes from the media, comes from all the shit you've been taught, all that other crazy stuff, right? And then so what happens is that you have it in your mind that, hey, I'm interested or I'm attracted to this type of woman or that type of woman. Now, a lot of people have an open type, meaning you're going to be attracted to a lot of different, types of looks and all this other shit. But see, the thing is this, is that there is no such thing as universally attractive. It's no such thing. There is no such thing as universally attractive. So what does that mean? That means that there's no person you can, for example, if you show a picture of somebody and you show it to everybody in the world, everybody in the world is not going to come to a consensus and say, yes, this person is good looking. You understand? Or attractive or whatever you call it. There's going to be some people who's going to say, yeah, that person's hot. Some people's going to say they're not. But there's no universal attractive. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I hear guys say this all the time or talk about this all the time, but it is a bunch of bullshit. There is no universal attractive person. You understand? Anybody that you think, any girl that you think is the hottest shit, you'll find a guy that's like, she's all right. She's okay. Right? Because people have different tastes. Right? See, to me, in my opinion, this is what I think is hot. In my opinion, a woman can't be a dime, in my opinion, if she ain't got a body. Meaning, if she ain't got curves, if she ain't got an ass, if she ain't got, some titties or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She got to have some thickness to her, in my opinion, for a woman to be a dime. Right? For other people, that might not be the case. For other people, to them, a dime might be a chick who has, a flatter booty, smaller titties. You understand what I'm saying? Really petite and slim, right? Young AB said, but Locario, you said Kim Kardashian is. So that's what I'm saying. Kim Kardashian is closer to what I would consider a dime. You understand? That type of body. Like, you got to have that. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have like an ass, some titties. You got to have that for me to consider you physically a dime. I'm talking just on the physical plane right now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, some dudes like, you know what I mean? Like really skinny chicks, and that's them. So now imagine, right? A dude who likes skinny, slim chicks. He sees this girl and he's like, oh my God, she's a dime. Oh, she's so hot. Oh my God, I'm scared to approach her. I'm scared to talk to her. Right? Now I'm looking at that skinny chick and I'm like, she's all right. She's cute. But she ain't no goddamn dime to me. Right? And so we're looking at the same woman from two different, vantage points, two different opinions. Unique 79, you said, what do I think about Shakira? Now Shakira's cute. Shakira's cute. You understand? I give Shakira like, at least an 8.5. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I like thick joints. Let me see if I could Google some shit. Hold on. Damn, I'm trying to. Matter of fact, I just go on goddamn Instagram real quick and just look at some physical shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something. Okay, right here. Like, you see how thick this girl is? You understand? Let me see if this will, I don't know if it's kind of blurry. Fuck, this shit blurry as shit. But y'all can sort of see what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all sort of see what the fuck I'm talking about. Like this right here. You see how thick you see how thick the thigh is? Hold on. Y'all can see how thick the thigh is from right here. You understand? So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. See, just shit just popping out. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, I probably can't even put this on Patreon anymore because I'm using people's pictures and shit. Fuck, this is gonna stay up then. Fuck it. Thickness. I don't know why this shit so. I'm trying to get this shit. Oh, because I'm using my regular camera. But y'all could sort of see the thickness. You understand what I'm saying? Thickness. See, my girl is thick. My wife is thick. You understand what I'm saying? They got some you could grab onto. You understand? Got something you could grab onto. Thickness. That's right there. You see the cakes? Thickness. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the type of shit I like. You understand what I'm saying? Thickness. So now, some dudes don't like that shit, which is fine. You understand what I'm saying? But again, everybody has a different opinion. Now, this is what I also want to say too, is that you guys have to stop getting with women based off what you think other guys are going to think. And this is a huge fucking problem. You got to stop getting with women, right? Based off of, or based on what other guys think, right? So what do I mean by that? A lot of dudes, they're getting with women and they're like, man, you know, I don't know if I should like even get with her. Or he's like, I'm attracted to her. I like her, but I don't think I should get with her. Cause what is my boy gonna think when he see me with this chick? She ain't really a dime. She aight. You know, maybe I'll keep her in the house. Maybe I'll just like have her come over real quick and fuck her and then tell her to go home before anybody see me with her. You understand? So dudes might do that type of shit because they're embarrassed to be with a woman that they actually like, but because she's not a dime or because they think they boys aren't going to like her and shit, they're like, man, well, I don't know if I should even fuck with her. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to fuck with what you like and not fuck with a chick based off of what you think your boys is going to think or what your family is going to think or what this person's going to perceive about you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what people do. Like, look, you know, it's funny. This is the funny shit. The funniest shit that I think is that you have guys out there, right, who will say to me, I've had dudes say to me, they're like, you know, Locario, you know, I don't like that girl that I saw you with on your Instagram page. You're Mr. Locario. You're supposed to have, you know, like Instagram model girlfriends, and you're supposed to have girls that look like this or look like that. And I'm like, really? So are you telling me that I have to have the type of girls you like? You understand? You know, you see how ridiculous that sounds? Are you saying that I'm supposed to date and hook up with and be with women that you think are attractive? Why? Shouldn't I be dating women I think is attractive? Why should I be dating the women that you think I should be dating because you think they're attractive? I mean, what kind of stupid shit is that? That sounds crazy to me. So I'm supposed to date the women that you like.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
See, Iceberg asking you made me press it. You made me press the button. You see what I'm saying? But this is what guys do. They're like, oh, well, I saw your girl and your girl ain't that bad. Your girl ain't hot. You understand? This is what they'll say to other guys, to say to people. So you're telling me that I'm supposed to date the girls that you think are hot? Huh? Because look, I've never looked at a dude with his girl and been like, damn, son. You understand what I'm saying? Because, yo, I know you like what you like. You understand what I'm saying? So as long as you're with someone that you like and you know you like this woman and you're being authentic in what you're doing, do you. But see, a lot of guys, what happens is that guys who don't have game, guys who don't really deal with women, right? They generally don't understand what it means to really be out here interacting with women. So they have this fantasy, or they have this unrealistic thought process when it comes to relationships when you deal with women, right? Because see, I remember there was a chick that I was messing with, right? And, one of my boys thought she was like the baddest shit ever. He was like, yo, shorty's bad, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I thought she looked good. I thought she was cute and all that other stuff, right? So I hooked up with her a few times. And then I stopped fucking with her. I think I probably smashed her twice and I was like, I'm good, right? So my boy was like, yo, what happened to shorty you was messing with? I said, I charged her. And the nigga was like, what? He's like, how the fuck you understand? Like she still wanted to kick it. And I said, nah, I'm good. And I charged her because she was annoying as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Like she had a nice body, looked good, all that other stuff, but she was annoying as fuck. But see, when you actually start to deal with more women, you will start to realize that you're going to run into women who are annoying as fuck. You're going to run into women who are on some bullshit. You're going to run into women who all they have to offer is some tits and ass. You're going to run into women who all they do is soak up your energy. But they bad though. They hot though. And see, when a guy has no game, that's all he's focused on. Oh, well, she bad though. But you know why you saying she bad though? Because you never been with a bad chick. That's why. You understand what I'm saying? If you've been with a bad chick, you would not be like, oh, she bad though. You saying, oh, she bad though, because you ain't never been with a bad chick. Now again, I've been with hot chicks who were cool as shit, who was on point and everything was cool. But what I'm saying here, and the point I'm trying to make, right, is that she could look good and be attractive and all that other stuff, but you don't want to stay with her because the energy ain't right. You understand? Your peace of mind is important. Your happiness is important. So why I'm going to be like, oh, this girl looks good, so let me just stick with this girl because of the way she looks. You understand what I'm saying? And parade her around to fucking, impress my friends.
Get the fuck out of here!
Like, come on.
Get the fuck out of here!
Like, it's ridiculous. You said, what makes a chick annoying to you, Locario? You seem like you have a lot of patience. Nah, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. Bro. Right? I got patience, but see, let me tell you guys something. the reason why I have, I seem to have the patience is because I don't outwardly express myself based off of how I'm feeling all the time. Right. So what I mean is that I might be thinking something, but I'm not going to say it. I might be feeling something, but I'm not going to really express it. Right. And so a lot of times what happens is that, I'll be with a chick or whatever, and she'll do some goofy shit or whatever. And she won't even like, there's a lot of women that I would stop talking to, and they have no idea why. They have no idea why I stopped talking to them. They thought everything was all good. You understand what I'm saying? But I stopped talking to them and they'll hit me up. And some of them I would let them know why I stopped talking. I'll be like, yo, listen, this ain't working out. I got to keep it pushing and do my thing. You do your thing. Good luck. Right. And sometimes I wouldn't even explain to them why. I'd just be like, look, it's a wrap. You see? Sometimes I would just stop hitting them up. I just ignore them. Because what happened is that I told them something, they crossed the boundary, and then I stopped talking to them. And so they're hitting me up and they're like wondering why I stopped talking to them, but they didn't realize I stopped talking to them because they crossed the boundary. Now I leave it to them to figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? I just leave it to them to figure it out. But the thing is that when you ask me what makes a chick annoying to me, what makes a chick annoying to me is when she don't listen. You understand what I'm saying? What makes a chick annoying to me is when she has an attitude, when she is, like not following my directions, when she's being uncooperative. That's what makes a chick annoying to me. And so I could be with a bad chick, but if she's not listening to what I'm saying, if she's being uncooperative, because look, there's been chicks, right, that I messed with. Because let me tell you guys something. There was this one chick I messed with, and she was she basically looked like the chicks that I was just showing you in the pictures, right? She looked like those chicks. So, we did our thing twice. And when I first met her, right, she was cool, or I felt she was cool, for about maybe, an hour or so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you're okay. You're cool. And then after that hour, she started to annoy me. And I'm like, fuck, this chick is annoying. Right? But she was trying to get it in. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just get it in. And I'm going to just keep pushing, never call this girl again. Right? So we got it in. And at that point, I was done with her. Right? It was a wrap. But then she caught me on a day when it was like the timing was perfect. She caught me at a perfect time. She hit me up, I think like 2 weeks later, something like that. She called me at a time where I was finished doing some shit I was working on. You ever have the moments where you've done all the things you need to do for the day and you ain't got shit else to do, and you kind of like bored, or you're trying to figure out something else to do. You're like, I could go watch a movie. I could go, you know what I'm saying? So she hit me up at a time where I was like, I had nothing to do. Really, at that point, like everything that I needed to cross off the list, I got crossed off. Everything was cool. I was just sort of chilling at the crib, fucking around on the internet a little bit. So she hit me up and she's like, hey, what's up? You want to get together? Whatever. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right. You understand? I'm like, I'll do it one more time. Right? And now, mind you, this chick, she wasn't a bad person. You understand? I don't want you thinking here. It was just she was annoying as fuck because of how she was interacting with me. And, she knew the type of dude I was, and she was still kind of being like on that bullshit. So I was like, okay, after I get this pussy, I was like, this is the last time. Because at that point, when I saw her the second time, I was actually mad at myself for coming to see her the second time. Because once I got, in the situation with her, I was like, fuck. I was like, this is why I didn't want to see this chick again. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm here. let's get this shit over with so I could keep it fucking pushing. You understand what I'm saying? But I was like, after this, I'm done. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, after this, I'm done. Right? So now, I say that to say all this. As physically attractive as she was, right? Why would I stay with her, right? If she annoyed the shit out of me. Why? You understand what I'm saying? See, dudes be talking about, I ain't staying with no chicks because she got a body count and all. Fuck the body count. I'm not staying with you if you annoy the shit out of me. I'll stay with a chick who fucked a million niggas as long as she don't annoy me. A chick could fuck one dude. If she annoy me, she's out of here. You understand what I'm saying? She's out of here. Nate E said, at this point in my life, a chick needs more than good looks for me to consider her hot. I agree. I 100% agree. And see, this brings me to the next point. I'm glad you brought that up, Nate E. This brings me to the next point. Is that when you become well-versed in the game, right? What happens is that you start to meet more women, deal with more women, and then you start to look at women in their entirety. So yes, you want a woman who you think is attractive and you think looks good, but she ain't got to be a dime. Now, if she's a dime, great. If she's a dime and she's on point, great. Excellent. Perfect. That's awesome. Right? But if you see a chick and you look at her and you like, she's like a 6.5, 7 on a good day. But guess what? This chick, she don't annoy the fuck out of you. Right? She cooperates. She's submissive. You understand? She respects you. She listens to what you say. Right? That type of chick, that's what I look at as a dime. Where overall, she's on point. See, I picked that chick who you would consider physically a 6.5 or 7 over the chick you consider a 10. I picked the 6 and a 7 all day if she's on point versus the 10 who's annoying. You understand? Because see, that chick that I messed with that second time who was annoying, I would never do that shit again. Because I was mad at myself for that shit. I'm like, why the fuck am I dealing with this woman again? Oh, it's because she bad though. You see what I'm saying? You see the bullshit? See, I was basically putting this chick on a pedestal because she was bad though. You understand? So I'm willing to sacrifice my peace of mind because she bad though. You understand? See, when you guys get more involved in this game, you're gonna see certain things and it's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? I was really chasing this bullshit. You understand? Listen, let me tell you guys something. I work in the entertainment industry, in the television industry, in the, in media, in, shit like that. Like, I've been around all of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I used to y'all know I rap. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know I fucking, like, I've been around, rappers who are famous and successful and seen how these groupies act. You understand? I used to model for Polo Jeans back in the day. So I've been around these top sexy ass model chicks. You understand what I'm saying? Chicks who I was fucking with and all that other stuff. I've been on countless reality shows and shit, been on the news a few times. You understand what I'm saying? Right? I've done fucking short films, all this other stuff. I've been in a lot of casting situations, bruh. So what I'm saying is that I've been around all this stuff, right? So that industry has a lot of these type of women, the baddies and all that other stuff. You understand? They got the baddies on there, right? In these industries. And a lot of those type of chicks, right? Like any of these chicks that, you know, you see on Instagram who that's their thing. You understand what I'm saying? Where they have that look and they're taking a bunch of pictures and you know, their whole Instagram is their, you know, like photo shoots and all this other stuff, right? A lot of those women and some of you guys who want those women, y'all want a girlfriend. You understand? Y'all want that to be your boo. You want that to be your sweetheart and all that other shit. Nigga, you ain't ready for that type of life. You ain't ready for that type of life, nigga. Because understand, and again, I'm generalizing because there's always exceptions, but most of those type of women that's in the industry, those Instagram models, the fucking chicks that's, you know, trying to come up, all that other stuff, right? Their top priority is themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So you trying to come into the you trying to come into the situation and make her your girlfriend and have her be about what you being about and all that other stuff. Her top priority is herself. Now, if she sees you as worth, you know, being with, right? And she's like, man, I got to be with this man and adhere to his leadership, then cool. But most of these women, they getting flown out to this way and that way. They trying to get the bag. They getting their OnlyFans popping. You understand? Most of these chicks is hoes. Do you guys know? Okay, listen. Do you know you could go on Tinder right now and match with a chick and you'd be like, yo, this chick is bad. Baddest chick you've ever matched with, right? And this happened to me a few times. I match with these chicks, right? I don't even know if I want to say this shit, man. But you match with these chicks, and these chicks basically get you out the gate to try to trick. Basically, they're saying, hey, listen, I'll give you whatever you want. You just got to give me this amount of money. They up there tricking. They up there hoeing. They you understand what I'm saying? They up there hoeing. Heavy. And these are the ones who look like the Instagram model types. These are the ones who have that look. So again, it's not to say you can't get a girl who has that look, who's cool and who's on point. You understand? And who's chill and who's down to earth and all of that. What I'm saying though, is that you're going to have a lot of chicks like that who they're not going to be the type of, they're not the type of women you think they are. That's all I'm going to say. So this is why, and we talked about this before on the Bad Boy Show with me and Miles. This is why if you look at any of these rappers, athletes, even actors, look at their wives. How many of their wives are dimes? How many of their wives or girlfriends are Instagram model looking chicks, huh? Not many. And see, the problem is that a lot of guys make that the standard, right? Because they don't have experience with women. So they look at women who, you know, with the fake asses and the big titties and all this other stuff. And they're like, oh my God, she's so hot. I would love to have a girlfriend like that. Because see, any dude who's who's fantasizing about having a girlfriend, and that already tells me you ain't got no fucking game. Listen, if you are fantasizing about having a girlfriend, you ain't got no game. If you're yearning to have a girlfriend, you ain't got no game. You understand? If you're yearning, oh my gosh, she would be, oh my God, I want her as my girlfriend. You ain't got no game. You understand? Because what you're saying when you say that, oh my God, I want a girlfriend. I want her to be this hot, bad chick. That's just telling me that you ain't got no experience. You ain't got no experience. Why? Because anybody who's ever had a girlfriend or anybody who has a girlfriend, understand that having a girlfriend or a wife, any type of long-term situation, is a job. It's a responsibility. It's not something that's all cutesy. Oh my God, this will be so great. I'll have a girlfriend and, I'll be so happy and everything will be great. No, it's a responsibility. And see, if you had a girlfriend before, you would know this. A girlfriend is a position. A wife is a position. You understand what I'm saying? It's a position. So when guys are saying, oh my, oh my God, I want a girlfriend so bad. You want a girlfriend so bad because you ain't had a girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you had a girlfriend, you would know what it means to have a girlfriend. And I'm not saying that in any type of crazy, messed up way. I'm saying that in the sense of, it's a responsibility. It's just like, for example, right? You know what I noticed? I'm gonna tell you this right now. And mostly I know, I have no children. I have no kids. I have no kids, right? Now, 9 times out of 10, when I ask a person who has kids, should I have kids? You know what they say? 9 times out of 10, when I ask a person who has kids, should I have kids? 9 times out of 10, the answer is some form of no. No. Right? See, they'll say the PC fucking, they'll say the peace. Well, it's a blessing, and like to have children, it's such a blessing, and they're amazing, and they'll say all that shit, right? But a lot of times, when I talk to people who have kids, and I'll ask them, "Hey, do you want another kid?" "Oh no, I'm good. I can't. No, no, I'm good." Nope. Why? Because it's a responsibility. Exactly. AT saying it right there. AT says, he's like, hell no. He's like, I got 2 kids. I love them, but boy, oh boy, if I was single with no kids, that's what I'm saying. See, when you have the experience, this is all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's something wrong with having kids. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with wanting to have a girlfriend. What I'm saying is when you have the experience, what you say about it is different. This is what I'm saying. Your whole energy is different about the topic. So when a guy is like, oh my God, I want a girlfriend. Oh my God, I want a girlfriend. And this will be, I want a girl. I want a baddie who's a girlfriend. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got no game. You ain't got no experience talking like that. When dudes talking like, yo, oh, how come I don't see you or this person or that person with the baddies and the bad chicks? I'm like, nigga, I know you ain't got no experience. You know why you don't see me with the bad chicks on a consistent basis as far as me with one bad chick, super bad Instagram thought chick? Is because she's annoying as fuck. It's because she's uncoachable. That's why. But see, if you was fucking bad women, you would know that. If you was fucking the Instagram models, you would know that. Right? How come Drake hasn't settled down with a baddie? Huh? Like, why? How come? Right? How come Drake hasn't found the one and all that other shit? All these bad chicks around, Drake is like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, guys have to understand the game so y'all would understand what it actually means to be in these situations. You understand? Most guys do not understand what it's like to be in these situations. You need someone to say he's too busy smashing. Exactly, AT. Lil Wayne ain't married to a baddie, right? Or what they would consider a baddie, right? Matter of fact, Lil Wayne was with that thicker joint. Lil Wayne was with that thicker joint. You understand? Let me see. Let me see if I could look up hold on. Was it Lil Wayne girlfriend or wife or some shit or whatever? Hold on. It was a chick he was with. Yeah, this chick right here. Y'all probably ain't gonna see because my camera's all fucked up. But damn, where's this fucking picture at of this chick? But yeah, this chick right here, she a thick joint. This was the chick Lil Wayne was fucking with. She thick. You understand? She thick. You can see the little flabbiness on the arms. That's thickness right there. You understand what I'm saying? That's thickness right there. You see what I mean? I'm telling you, people like different shit. I gotta understand this. People like different fucking shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all messed up. You said Lil Wayne kisses Birdman on the lips too. Oh man. But yo, that's what I'm saying. I gotta understand that this fucking you know, all this about the hot chicks and all that, they exist in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever's hot to you is hot to you. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking about what's hot or what's not and all that. If she's hot to you, she's hot to you. And that's all that matters, because guess what? You're the one that got to fuck her. Right? You're the one that's going to deal with her. But see, when you're concerned with everybody else and what they're going to think about what you're doing, first of all, that ain't no masculine shit. Like, men don't give a fuck. Like, real dudes don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because listen, the way I look at it is a chick who's with me is bad regardless. Why? Because she with me. You understand what I'm saying? She with me. So listen, if she's with me, she's bad. You understand? I think Eddie Fuse was talking about this a while ago. I think he's saying something to the effect, he's like, listen, I set the standard of what's hot. You understand what I'm saying? If she's with me, she's hot. Period. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is, because, again, you're never going to come to a consensus on nothing with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? No matter which chick you think is bad, other niggas, oh, she whack. Oh, she ain't hot enough. It's like, and are you fucking her or am I fucking her? So if I'm fucking her, all that matters is if I think she's bad. That's it. That's it. All that other shit, because see, you know what it is? And again, this goes to, again, where dudes don't really have experience. When dudes don't have experience, they talk about a whole bunch of shit that they would do or they want to do, but they're talking from a place of non-experience. Like, listen, like I remember when I was on I Love New York, right? On the reality show. Right? When I got off the show, when the show aired, people was like, yo, if I was on there, I would have did this and I would have did that. Locario, you should have said this and you should have said that. Right? You should have said that on the show and you should have said this on the show. Now I'm like, nigga, do you have experience being on national TV? Have you ever been on a TV show? Do you know how shows are filmed? Do you know how they're edited? Talk about you would have said this and you would have said that. You know why you saying that? Because you ain't got no fucking experience being on a TV show. You have no experience when it comes to film. You have no experience when it comes to television. You have no experience when it comes to editing. You have no experience with none of that shit. So what the fuck you talking about? You would have said this and you would have said that. You could have said all that shit and they could edit all that shit out you said. So you sound like a dumbass talking about you would have said this and you would have said that. Nigga, you have no experience. That's why you're saying that. You see what I mean? And so the same thing occurs in the game when dudes talking about women. Man, well, if I would, I would have a baddie as a girlfriend. Nigga, shut up. No, you won't. First of all, even if there was a baddie that you could get as a girl, your ass would lose her because your punk ass is too insecure to deal with a chick who looks like that. Because all them other niggas that's coming at your girl, you're going to start acting needy. You're going to act like a needy little bitch. You understand? And then your girl's going to find you unattractive because you're acting like a needy little bitch. And then she going to move on to another nigga who's confident. So even if you were to get with that girl who's the baddie, you would lose her because you're insecure. So what the fuck are you talking about? You want to get a bad chick as, oh, I would get me a baddie and I would get a hot chick for, no, you wouldn't, nigga. First of all, you ain't got the game to get her. That's one. And two, if you did get her, you lose her because you're too fucking needy. You understand what I'm saying? This is what dudes, this is what dudes don't get with this shit, man. This is what dudes do not get with this shit. It's like your language exposes you. You understand? Your language exposes you. Because I'm like, what happens is that dudes are coming from a place of ignorance. They're not coming from a place of experience. Like, I'm telling you, you guys can just see this if you open your eyes. Why in the fuck are these guys who have the looks, money, and status, all these millionaires, right? How come they're not with these Instagram thoughts and models and all that other shit? Why? And in fact, why is that even the standard? Why is it that you got to be with the Instagram model, right? Why do you have to be with a chick who looks like that? Why is that the pinnacle? Right? Okay, this girl looks that way. Cool. She's physically attractive. Okay, there's another girl because this is the thing. This is what you guys don't understand. Because I like all types of chicks, right? The chicks that I think are the baddest though are the ones who are thick, who got some curves and all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Right? See, there's a reason why my wife and my girlfriend is my wife and my girlfriend, because they're my type. That's like the type that I, like the most, right? But they're all other types of women, like this slim chicks that I fucked with, like really slim girls who were skinny and they were cute, right? So they're cute, but I still fuck with them, right? There's certain chicks who they're like on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say they're a 6, 6.5. They're okay looking, but they're cool as shit. I'll fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? There's chicks that I fuck with who are fat, right? I can't do no obese chick, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's chicks who had a little bit of gut and a fat ass and I fuck with them, right? Because see, this is the thing. Most people have a variety of things that they like, right? So what happens is that guys who have no experience, what they do is that they harp on one type of woman. This is even like with a lot of these black pill guys when they talk about looks and all that and all that other shit and looks maxing and all that. they're always focused on some guy who's a Chad or a Tyrone with the jawline. They're like, oh, it's all about the jawline. It's all about, you got to be 6 foot with a six pack. So they're only focusing on one type of look, which is, and the guys who have no experience with women are focused on one type of look with a woman, right? But there's various types of looks that are attractive to different types of people. You understand what I'm saying? So I remember there was this one dude who he said, he was talking to me. He was like, oh, well, if you could get a chick who looks like an Instagram model, he's like, if you could get girls who look like Instagram models, why would you go for girls who are 6s and 7s? I'm like, nigga. So then I'm like, okay. I say to him, what's your favorite food? He said, pizza. I say, so do you eat any other type of food? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, like what? He's like, well, I eat, cereal and I eat hamburgers. I'm like, oh, so what you're saying is that you like pizza, that's your favorite, but you also eat hamburgers and cereal and all this other shit, right? So why aren't you only eating pizza? Because if you can get pizza, why would you eat anything else? Right? That's how stupid that sounds. If a person's like, well, if you can get this Instagram model, why would you fuck with anybody else? Well, you know why? Because of variety, nigga. Variety. It's the spice of life. Try it out. But see, a lot of these dudes, what it really boils down to is that they're equating their sense of self based off of the women they get. So they're like, if I can get a dime or I can get the baddie, then that must mean that I'm somebody. That must mean I'm somebody. Jerry Tom, you said food and women are different. Bro, you're not getting the fucking analogy. What I'm saying is that you want different shit, my dude. You're not going to want the same type of shit all the time. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Because I could see a bunch of cute girls who are slim, who's really skinny, but they ain't really got a fat ass. They ain't really got no titties, but they're cute. So let's say I fuck with a bunch of slim girls who's cute, and I fucked with like 4 or 5 of them in a row in the past 2 months. Now I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm in a mood for a chick with a fat ass. I need a fat ass and some big ass titties. So they're going to say, oh, well, if you can get these slim girls, why would you go for the girls with the big? Because it's different, nigga. Fuck you mean? Or vice versa. They're like, well, if you can get these girls with the fat ass and the big titties, why are you getting with the slim girls? Because it's different, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? It's variety. But again, see, if you're a guy who is out here in the game, you would actually understand this. Because, see, guys who have no experience actually think they only like one type of woman. I'm going to say that again. Guys with little to no experience, guys who have no game, think they only like one type of woman. And they think that because they've never been in situations to where they can experience different types of women to recognize that in most cases, they are going to like different types of women. See, I can always tell a dude's level of game based off of the shit he's saying. I could always tell. You understand? See, Real J, that's not a good analogy though. You said not the same with food, though a better analogy would be, why would you live in a ghetto project neighborhood when you can live in a mansion? See, when you say it like that, guess what you're basically saying? You're basically putting women on a pedestal and saying that the hot girl, quote unquote, is better then like the dime, quote unquote, is better than the 6. You see how that works with your example? You see how that works? So what I'm saying is that it's not a thing of better, it's just different. Listen, let me tell you guys something. I've had better sex sometimes with women who were not as attractive as the hot girls I was fucking. So if I'm fucking a 6 and then I'm fucking a 10, but the 6 gives better head than the 10, then why would I keep if somebody said you got to choose one, I'm choosing the 6. And then niggas who ain't got no fucking game, they're gonna be like, yo, Locario, how come you only with a 6? How come you can't get the dimes? You see how that works? You see how niggas who ain't got no game don't understand this shit? Because they're gonna be like, oh, why you ain't with the dime? Nigga, because the 6 give better head. Fuck you mean? You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the dime give better head and then the 6, I'm gonna go with the dime. But see, that has nothing to do with just purely her looks. You see what I'm saying? But see, dudes who ain't got no game don't understand that. They're like, oh, well, she bad. End of story. You understand? I'm like,
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
like, dudes be talking all this shit, man. I'll be like, man, what the fuck?
Ho, shut the fuck up.
Like, these niggas talk all this shit, but never actually been in a situation with a number of different women to actually see what shit is about. You understand? And see, this is how deep the game goes. This is why you guys can see a woman who's bad, like a hot chick, and she with a guy who you would consider like an average looking nigga or average looking dude or whatever. You're like, well, how the fuck did she get him? You know why? Because the nigga got game. The nigga made her feel something that other niggas couldn't. That's why she with him. The same way where if I was fucking with that 6 instead of the dime, and you're like, Locario, you're supposed to be this world-class dating coach, and how come you're not with the dime Instagram model? Because the 6 give better head, nigga. Fuck you mean? You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. Right? He said, but I thought the job of the man is to train the girl to his liking sexually and in other areas. Listen, you can train a girl to do what you want her to do. It still doesn't mean it's going to feel how you want it to feel. Okay, let's get deep into this real quick. This is why actually you need to be trying to get sex, and sexual situations need to be happening as soon as possible. Because you need to be, because your question is actually about sexual compatibility. Do you understand that there are some women that you're actually not going to be sexually compatible with? So even if you try to train her to do what you like, okay, let's say you like some weird ass shit. Like, I don't know. Like, let's say you like to get your armpit licked or something. I don't know. You like some crazy ass shit. You like to get your armpits licked. You like to get punched in the back of your head or some shit. I don't know what y'all niggas like to do out here, right? So you can tell a girl, yeah, I like you to do that. And then she does it. But what happens is that when she does it, you might not actually feel like, it might not feel good when she's doing it. That means that you and her are not sexually compatible. And on top of that, what happens is that some parts of sexual compatibility, you can't fix. So what I mean is this: when it comes to sexual compatibility, there is technique and then there's touch. You understand? There's technique and then there's touch, right? Or I can even say how it feels, whatever. Feeling is a touch, right? Technique is how you're doing something. Touch is how it feels when you're doing that thing. So you can train a woman on a technique. So let's say a girl is sucking my dick, but she keeps using her teeth. And I'm like, yo, this shit hurts. Like, I'm like, yo, chill. Don't use the teeth. Like, relax. Try not to bite my shit. And then so I train her to not use the teeth. So now she stops using her teeth. And now she's sucking my dick. Now she's sucking my dick, but even though she's not using her teeth, it still doesn't feel amazing. Like, it feels aight, but it doesn't feel amazing. Now, the reason why it doesn't feel amazing is because me and her are not sexually compatible, right? This is going to happen sometimes when you deal with women. There's going to be women sometimes where you kiss them, like you could be on a date and you kiss a girl and you don't really feel it, or she might not feel it, right? So you might feel it, but she may not feel it, or she might feel it and you might not feel it. There's been girls I went on dates with and I kissed them and it was like I was kissing my hand. Like, I felt nothing. I was like, oh yeah, we're not sexually compatible. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt nothing. You see what I'm saying? So when you're saying to train a girl on a sexuality tip, there's only so much you can do if the touch portion doesn't compute. This is why when people say, oh, well, like you hear always people say, you should get to know somebody first and then, wait and then have sex. No, idiots. You have to have sex to see if you're sexually compatible, because if you're chilling with a girl for a month or two and then you finally have sex and we're waiting and all this other shit, and then you finally have sex and you're like, this shit is trash. You know why it's trash? Because you're not sexually compatible, and you could have found that out sooner than later, but your dumb ass was thinking we should get to know each other first. Bullshit. You have to actually see if you're sexually compatible. So there's only so much training you can do when it comes to sex, Rodney. There's only so much training. So you're thinking, I can get this dime and train her to so I can feel the sex more. There's sometimes where you ain't gonna feel it more. This just like how it feels is how it feels to when you're fucking with that person. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's just y'all aren't really sexually compatible. You understand? It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. So you guys got to understand that shit. Like, the game is deep. I'm telling, listen. There's a lot of shit people put themselves through and do, right? And shit is all over the place because they don't understand certain things like that. Like, dudes be thinking that they can just work on there's certain things that you're not going to be able to work on. It just means you aren't compatible. It's like somebody saying, like, they meet a girl who has zero interest in them at all. And they're like, oh, well, if my game was super tight, I can get this girl to fuck with me. I just gotta, get my game super, super tight. And she'll, no. That girl don't like you, bro. And there's nothing you can do to make this girl like you. Nothing. You understand? Nothing. See, she doesn't like you because she's not supposed to like you. You and that girl already are not compatible. There's nothing you can do and say. There's nothing you can work on. Listen, do you know that, guys always talking about tricking. There's certain women you can't even pay to fuck with you. Huh? Imagine that. Dudes be thinking tricking is the end all. Oh, well, I'm just going to pay. Nigga, there's some women you can't even pay them to fuck with you. We did a story on the Bad Boy Show the other day, which you guys should go to patreon.com/mr.locario, right? We did a fucking video the other day, and it was a story of a dude who I think stabbed a girl or beat her up or did some crazy shit to her because she rejected his offer of $5,000. So he was going to pay this woman $5,000 to fuck with him. And she said, no, I'm good. Imagine a chick who was already a hoe, who fucks for money, tells this nigga, no, I will not fuck you, and you're paying me $5,000. Right, and he stabbed her for that shit. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain chicks who just ain't trying to fuck with you. You got to understand that. And then there's certain chicks that you'll end up trying to fuck with, and y'all will realize you're not sexually compatible. And sometimes what happens is people still deal with each other even though they're not sexually compatible, but they're never really satisfied. You understand? They're never really satisfied. Hold on. Was this Mr. Dan? You said, why did you say that it's almost impossible to have a relationship without beta traits like washing and cleaning in the household? Could you please explain more? Well, it's not, you don't have to literally wash and clean or whatever. What I'm saying is that having a relationship with a woman, like you actually having a long-term consistent relationship with a woman, means that you're going to have to be able to cooperate with her, just like how she's cooperating with you. It's the same thing on the other side. A woman can't have any type of long-term substantial relationship unless she has some sort of submission within her. It's impossible. And a man isn't going to be able to have a long-term type of relationship unless he also has some of that, you know, a little bit of beta in him, beta traits, I should say. It doesn't necessarily have to be like he's a beta male, but beta traits. And what does that mean? Because if you're 100% on your, and this again, alpha, beta, all of that, that's just archetypes to explain behavior. So if you're 100% on some beta, on some alpha shit, you're not going to do any relationship type shit. Because what happens is that you have to actually actively, like when you have a lot of that like masculine alpha energy within you, in order for you to be in a relationship, you have to consciously, put your mind in a certain mind frame to be able to do certain things. So for example, let's say you with your girl or whatever, your wife, girlfriend, whoever it is, and let's say she's like talking to you about something, right? Now, at that moment, you honestly this is what you really might be thinking. And you might be like, listen, I don't give a fuck about what you're saying right now. I'm just trying to watch the game. Could you please shut the fuck up and go in the kitchen somewhere and leave me the fuck alone? That's what you want to say. That's what you feel like saying. You feel like, bitch, would you leave? Get the fuck, I'm trying to watch the fucking game. Could you stop yapping about nothing? You understand what I'm saying? That's what you want to say. But see, imagine you saying that consistently in your relationship. You think your relationship's going to last? And vice versa. Your woman has to submit and acquiesce to certain things, or else she's not going to be able to be in a relationship with you. You know what your girl wants to say sometimes when you telling her shit, right? Your girl might not be in the mood to fuck with you or some shit and have sex with you that moment, and you want her to fuck you and suck your dick. She's like, oh, she want to be like, nigga, I don't feel like sucking your dick right now. Could you just go jerk off or do something like, oh, I don't feel like, you want me to cook? I don't feel like cooking right now. You understand? I want to get on Instagram and get attention from these beta males on Instagram right now. I don't feel like cooking for your ass. That's what she wants to say. But in order for her to keep that relationship, guess what she's going to do? She's going to suck your dick, and she's going to cook and clean and do all that other shit she need to do. You see what I'm saying? So if both of us, man and woman, was really doing exactly what we wanted to do at the moment, at every single moment, you can't have the relationship. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. There has to be a portion of it where you're like, all right, I don't really want to, like, go down this route, but listen, you know, to maintain this relationship, there's certain things I got to do. This is why I said again, remember earlier, I said having a girlfriend or a wife is work. That's what I'm talking about. And vice versa for a woman too, is work. For her to have a man, that's work. Relationships are work. You understand? It's just like if you have a kid. Listen, you think you have a kid, you think the fucking parents want to have to fucking do all this shit for their kid all day? No. But they do it because they have a kid. This is what they do. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand about actually having a relationship. It's the same. It's like in any type of relationship. Just like if you go into you're at work, you have a work relationship, meaning you have a relationship between you and your boss, you and that company, right? You ain't gonna just go to your company and kick your feet up and be like, "Fuck y'all niggas, you want me to fax this papers and do these emails and man, fuck that. I don't feel like doing that shit today. I'm just gonna kick my feet up on my desk, watch some YouTube videos, nigga. Fuck out of here. Don't be asking me for shit. Don't come in my office today. I'm good." You think you can do that? No, you won't have a job. You see what I'm saying? So there's different shit that goes with all this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And Jay said, that's why I'm on a break right now. I don't feel like working. And again, now I don't want y'all to think it's all like, you know, like, oh my God, all this work. No, having a relationship is a wonderful thing. You understand? Because when you are with somebody who's down for you, you love them, they love you, everything is cool, it's great. But what I'm saying is that the other side of it is that you got to understand is there's, you know, a level of responsibility that goes down with this shit. You understand? There's definitely a level of responsibility. You understand? But guys, you can call in real quick because I'm probably going to get off here in another 15, 20 minutes. But if you want to call in, the calling number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. I'm probably leave this one up on YouTube because I had showed all them pictures and shit. I don't like to use other people's things if it's, you know, if I'm making money off it. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's not right. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll keep this up. But yeah, man, if you guys have a question, put a Q in the chat or call in 516-387-1224. Oh, let me see. Is this Moses? Hold on. Yo, Moses, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, Locario, how you figured that out? It was me, man. But how you doing, man?
I'm chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing it. But listen, I would like to comment on that, man, because let me tell you, the reason why you have patience is because you're trying to make niggas understand the reality, man. Because everything you say, I actually see it,
right? And
I actually been through it. Because when you look at these hotties, right, these girls that, well, however you want to say it, hot or bad, you know, I ran into one chick that was hot, and I came to find out her ass was fake. You understand? The reason. Hello, you there?
No, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, her ass is fake because, you know, sometimes you know how sometimes a man could tell when the woman's body's fake because due to surgery and shit.
Right.
So, you know, that's one. That's one. Number, because in my mind, I'm thinking maybe this chick, did she have the surgery because she's not good enough for herself or she don't like herself, even though she looked good? You know, that's one. Number two, you know, I actually ran into another baddie who says, yo, in order to deal with her, you know what I mean? She was kind of giving me attitude problems. You understand? She refused. When I try to train her, you understand? I try to train her how men operate. But she refused to. She tried to tell me, yo, no, that's not how men operate. Men.
Wait, hold on, Moses. Hold on, Moses. Did you donate? Yeah. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna give you one more minute, but we gotta get some more of these calls. But do you have a question though? You have a question or anything else that you want to say?
Yeah.
I know you're gonna go on and on, but go ahead.
Question, I'm gonna get out of here. No, I'm not gonna go on. But listen, let me get to the question. I'm gonna be out. My question is this. I just actually met this woman yesterday. I went and saw her in person.
Mm.
You understand? And I try to give her a little bit of sexual attention, which that's what you said to do, which is do less small talk and do a little bit of flirting.
Right.
You understand? So, when at the end, before I left, I told her to close her eyes. And, I was trying to launch for a kiss. She was like, why do I have to close my eyes for? But she said I can only kiss her on the cheeks, though, not on the lips. But I actually kissed her on the cheeks. And then she said, for the lips part, I got to kind of earn it a little bit.
Nah, bro. Nah. Listen. Let me tell you something, bro. When you tell a chick, hey, this is what I'm going to do, right? Or this is what I want to happen, right? And then she gives you an alternative thing, you never do the thing she says. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Never do what the woman says, ever. So you said, listen, close your eyes, I'm gonna kiss you on your lips. And she's like, no, you can kiss me on my cheek. And then what you did was you kissed her on the cheek, right? So in that same situation, you'd be like, listen, no, I ain't doing no cheek kissing. Either I'm gonna kiss you on the lips or we gonna end this right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't ever, listen, don't ever, and this goes for all you guys, don't ever do what the woman tells you to do, ever. You understand? Even like I'm telling you, this goes for all of these situations when you first when you first dealing with these chicks. Now again, I'm not talking about like if you're in a relationship with a woman and y'all having a conversation or y'all conversing about something and y'all figuring stuff out, that's one thing. What I'm talking about is girls you just meet or girls you're trying to hook up with or whatever, girls are just trying to get with. Don't ever do what they tell you to do. So for example, if you're on Tinder or on a dating site or whatever and you match with a girl and she says to you, hey, call me, here's my number, right? Don't call her. Why? Because she told you to call her. What you do is you say, nah, listen, here's my number, you call me. Always have her do what you say. Never do what she says. You understand what I'm saying? She always has to follow you, never you following her. So what happens is in this situation, when you kissed her on the cheek, you followed her. You understand? And now what happens is that once she sees that you follow her, then she sees or she puts you into a category. She's like, oh, this is the type of guy I can run. This is the type of guy I can take advantage of. This is the type of guy I can play games with. This is the type of guy that I can get to do what I need him to do and sort of, get him to run around for me. And she sees that based off the fact that you did exactly what she said. So what I'm telling you guys is whenever a chick says to do something, don't do it. You understand? Don't do it. You get her to do what you say, never do what she says, period. You get it?
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, brother.
But hey, it's a learning process.
All right, man. But but you all good. But that's what I'm saying. Just for next time, just learn that and understand that. But appreciate the call, my brother. All right, so let's go to 646. 646.
Hello.
What's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, Shia from Brooklyn. What's up?
Shia, what's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, to the Cash App.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's good? What's good? What's going on?
So I have a question. I'm kind of going off of the topic you was talking about regarding the sexual compatibility, which is funny you mentioned that because it's true, and I've been in situations where I thought that it might have been me, maybe she wasn't interested, but like you said, now that you're saying it, I'm just reflecting and it's so true. So my question is, I've been talking to this one girl for like a year, we cool. We link up every few weeks and exactly what you said about the sexual incompatibility is I'm feeling that way with her. Right. But I kept her around for the past year because she's cool. Otherwise, she listens. If I say, hey, let's go to the beach, she'll be like, she'll say, okay, she'll contribute, either financially or cooking.
Right.
I'll tell her to go Google something for me. She'll do it. So she's cool otherwise. So do you think that in this situation, everything is good except the sex is not like the best? So would you recommend charging her to the game or keeping her around because she's cooperative?
No, well, the thing is, you can still keep her around. You're just going to have to accept the fact that the sex is just going to be all right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like what it is. What it is that it's like a lot of people don't realize it, but they settle sexually. You understand what I'm saying? And what that means is that, like you said, all those other things are cool. But what happens is that you're settling sexually because you're like, the sex is okay, but because everything else is cool, I'll fuck with her. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but just understand that you're settling sexually. A lot of women do this also when they get married. They get married to a guy they're not that sexually attracted to, or the sex is like okay, and so they settle sexually. This is why you hear men say, "Oh, I only had sex once every 2 weeks now, and my wife doesn't want to have sex with me anymore because she's not really sexually interested in him, so she settled sexually." It's the same thing where, for example, let's say you're at a job, and the job is paying pretty decent, it's paying okay, but you don't really like the job that much. You don't enjoy it. It's not like your dream job. So you're settling there because you're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, right? So you're getting a benefit, but you're not really enjoying yourself there. You understand? So it's the same thing as with the sex situation. It's like you're getting the benefit of having someone who you can have sex with consistently, but you're settling sexually because the sex ain't all that, but it's at least some sex. You see what I'm saying? I'm at least getting something. So it's like, okay, cool, I'll fuck with it. You understand? But you just have to come to terms with the fact that you're just basically settling for that situation. You see what I'm saying? As far as sex is concerned. This is why it's difficult. Not, I want to say difficult, but it's challenging to find someone or you know, a chick or women, or even for women, men, whatever, that you're like compatible with on so many different levels. Because if you find somebody that you like, that you know, the personality is on point and y'all are compatible as far as that, and the sex is on point, that's great. That's the type of, you know, chick you want to like really put on the team. You see what I'm saying? And so again, and this goes back to the topic of the show, that chick might not be the hottest girl. That chick might be the 6 or the 7. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing. So, you know, but yeah, definitely in your situation, it's just that you got to come to terms with the fact that that's as good as the sex really is going to get. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Now, there are situations where sex can get better because it wasn't as good at first, right? But there's a thing where, like I said, when it comes to, because like the technique could get better to where, you know, a person does something better and it feels better as far as the technique becoming better. But there's a point where you're dealing with someone and it just feels how it's going to feel, and it's never going to feel better than it feels at that point. And that's just it. So you're going to have to settle for that feeling if you're going to keep fucking with that person. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, all sex is not equal. You understand what I'm saying? So that means that you're going to have sex with different girls and there's going to be a similar feel because you're putting your penis in a vagina. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is that there's something that we can't control. Like as far as people, there's something we can't control about the feeling that we feel when we're with particular people. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a compatibility that we have no control over. So when people say, oh, well, we can just work on the sex. Yeah, you can work on certain things, but there's certain things you can't work on because it's out of your control. You see what I'm saying?
Question, do you mean the physical feeling or the emotional feeling?
Right. No, I'm talking about the physical feeling.
Like,
you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right. Gotcha. The emotional feeling is up for interpretation because you can feel emotional about any. That's up to your interpretation. I'm talking about the actual physical sensation. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Of the actual act, meaning like what I'm saying is like, for example, I remember there was this one girl that I kissed before. I remember she was like, oh my God. She was like, I feel like this tingling sensation. You understand when I kiss you, right? And so that's because me and her You know what I'm saying? Like, or I mean, I didn't feel a tingling sensation, but she felt it. So her, she felt that shit, and that's what I'm saying. Whereas she could kiss somebody else, and it could be like her kissing her, you know, like her sister or something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, you don't feel it. So there's an actual physical sensation you feel based off of dealing with one woman versus another woman. You understand what I'm saying? And so the more women you deal with, you'll notice that, because there's certain times where there were women where I had sex with them, and it was literally like I'm just watching my dick go in her pussy, and it's just like I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it just feels regular. It's like whatever. And then
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm talking about. And then there's certain times where you fuck a certain chick, and it's like, God damn, this shit feel crazy. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, and you're doing the same exact act. You're doing the same thing. You're sticking your dick in a pussy, but for some reason, with this person, it feels different than the other person. You see what I'm saying? And that's part of sexual compatibility. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I tell you know, people, men and women, it makes no sense to fucking wait all the time to fuck, because I need to know how you feel. You understand what I'm saying? You need to know how I feel. And that's the end all be all of it. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Thanks. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the call, my brother.
I'm about to donate again. Yeah, that was some good game.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro. I'm a holla. Peace.
All right, thanks. Yeah.
See, Ange A said, don't guys come every time, though? Hell no. Hell no. Hell fucking no. You understand what I'm saying? Hell no. Guys do not come every... Listen. I'm telling you, this is how deep sexual compatibility gets. You understand what I'm saying? It gets deep, bro. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where you can't... There's a portion of it you can't control. This is why I'm like, you got to kiss a chick on the first date, not only to make sure there's sexual chemistry there to see if she's sexually attracted, but you also got to see if you like kissing this woman. And she has to see if she like kissing you so that y'all can continue. Because the biggest waste of time is to, you know, get to know somebody non-sexually and you like this person because y'all click, and then you end up doing some sexual shit and it's whack. And it's like, man, we could have just been friends. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of wasting all this time trying to do all this bullshit. You understand what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. But let's go to 412 and then 861. And then I'm gonna head up out of here in a little while. So 412, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's going on, Locario? This is AT.
AT, what's going on, my brother? What's good?
Hey, I want to get that out of the way.
That's what's up. Yes, sir. So what's going on with you?
Hey, definitely, appreciate the topic, because I can say, definitely I was more about when I was younger, wanting to get with a girl that was very attractive because I wanted to impress, family and friends. Like, oh, okay, Apollo's with this, bad chick or good looking chick. For me as well, but more so to make sure that it felt like, oh, guys are going to be like, oh, how the hell you get her? Like, man, you with that bad one. So I was definitely there with that. And I can see how it worked out to my detriment getting with my ex-wife, who was very attractive, but I didn't vet her properly because I'm like, oh, she's attractive.
Right.
Let me get with her. Then we have a kid and 2 kids, get married. And it's a disaster. And had I, known what I know now, what I didn't know then, but vetted her properly, I wouldn't have just gone with it more so because of the looks.
Right.
I would have been like, okay, yeah, she's attractive, but she's not good long-term wife material.
Exactly. And I swear that's one of the key things guys have to understand, in this game, is that you got to look at things from the big picture. Because, okay, you got this bad joint. She looked good. She got a nice ass. She pretty, all that other stuff. But then after you have sex with her for a few times, is she the type of girl who is on point? And this is the thing. This is the key that guys don't understand, right? Because you could find a woman who looks like that and is on point, and she would make a great girlfriend. You understand? But guess what? It's already like like chicks who most people would consider dimes or have that sort of look. You understand what I'm saying? Like that Kim Kardashian, Bria Miles, Amber Rose look. Those type of women aren't the majority. You understand what I'm saying? They're a smaller minority. So now, because they're a smaller minority, that means that you have an even smaller chance of finding a chick that you're compatible with who looks like that. When I say compatible with, I'm talking about all across the board, meaning not only do you need to find a chick who's the baddie, but she has to be the baddie that you're compatible with, meaning y'all got to actually get along. Then on top of that, not only do you got to get along, the sex got to be good for you and good for her. So imagine you got to find a chick who's a baddie, and you got to get along, and you got to be compatible sexually for it to be a long-term situation. So it's not just a simple thing of, oh, well, she's bad, let me get with her, and that's that, and the end all be all. It's all those other things that go along with all those situations. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And then as far as like chick getting with more and more attractive women, I found once I actually got divorced and got out there in the dating game, the more attractive they are, the more annoying and a headache they are to deal with. Not that even lesser attractive girls aren't a headache, but I guess because they have a more of a sense of entitlement. I felt like that they seem to be more of a headache to deal with. And that's, I guess I believe, and do you believe it's because of how we pedestalize them and stuff like that? And
exactly.
I can admit, in my younger days, I was one of those guys that pedestalized attractive women, not looking at their character, but just looking at their beauty.
No, exactly. That's that, bro. Listen, let me say something. The girl that I was talking about earlier, what annoyed me about her was that, she had a bunch of dudes pedestalizing her like crazy. Like basically like she showed me her DMs and showed me her fucking messages of dudes, like even this is the funny part. We was on a date. Or not, we wasn't on a date because we only went out twice and hooked up, but we were out. You understand what I'm saying? Like I met her out somewhere, and then we went to go hook up or whatever. There was a dude that kept blowing up her phone, right? This chick fucking hit the dude up and was like, yo, she was like, I'm with somebody right now. Stop texting me. Right? The nigga kept texting her. Right? So then this chick she took a picture of like the side of my shoulder or some shit and sent it to this nigga. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, but it was so crazy how like she was like, because she had so much fucking dudes coming at her, it led to how annoying she was just overall in the situation when I was dealing with her. Because what happens is she gets so much attention, dudes just kissing her ass and sucking her butt and getting all crazy. And then part of her feeling that entitlement started to sort of seep in with our interaction. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where, we was out and she was like, oh, you're not going to buy me some food first? And I'm like, no, I ain't going to buy you no food first. The fuck you mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? And that shit was annoying me because that's how she was acting based off of the interaction she was having with other men who would probably buy her food and take her out and do a bunch of crazy shit with her. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. So the last thing I wanted to ask real quick is that I know earlier you mentioned about how you were saying that you, in situations with girls, things might bother you. You just wouldn't say anything, so they would never know. And a lot of times I'm the same way, where it's just like, if they say something or do something I don't like, a lot of times I'll just keep it to myself. And just now, I just won't deal with you. I'll just disappear, go ghost.
Right.
Because like you said, you may have mentioned to them, hey, I don't like this, I don't like that. They do it again. It's like, it's a wrap.
Right.
So my question to you is, you said sometimes you've told girls what they did if they hit you up later, you didn't. Is there, do you feel it's better to actually say if they hit you up, weeks later, something like, hey, you disappeared, what happened, to actually tell them why, or just leave it alone?
Right. Like if they hit me up, I'll tell them, you know what I'm saying? If they're like, hey, what's going on? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. Then I'll give them, a little bit of insight. But the reason why sometimes I just I leave it and don't tell them is because I've already told them. You know what I mean? And they basically ignored it. And so what happens is that, and this is the thing, I always say this, and this is how meticulous I am with this. I don't like to extend energy on women more than I need to. So especially at a beginning of a situation, like I always say this, the more I know you, or I should say this, the more significant you are, the more time I'll spend on you. The less significant you are, the least amount of time I'm going to spend on you. So what happens is, the reason why I don't, I just kind of keep it pushing and don't really say nothing to them is because for me to hit the girl up and be like, hey, I'm going to stop calling you because you did this and blah, blah, blah. That's extending more energy. Because if I say that, she's probably going to respond and be like, oh, well, why are you acting like that? But I'm not going through that with you. I don't even know you like that. We only saw each other maybe once or twice. What the fuck am I extending energy on you when I already done told you what it is and you fucked up? So I'm going to just keep it pushing, right? Now, if I'm with a woman for years and she does something like crazy or messed up, then yeah, we're going to spend time talking about it. And I'm going to do that because you're more significant. So I will take the time out to give you that game. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're, you know what I'm saying? If you're just a random chick, I'm not going to bother. Now, if you do hit me up later, I might, give you a little bit of the game and let you know what it is, because you seem like you're trying to get back in and you're fiending for it. You understand what I'm saying? And there was one time where a chick hit me back like that, and I told her why I stopped fucking with her. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I would really like to see you again. And so I gave her another chance. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and this is the thing. When I gave her that other chance, she stopped acting all goofy and fucked up how she was. You see what I'm saying? Because now she knew what type of dude she was fucking with. You see what I mean? Because she's coming back. So she's coming back and she's like, because the reason why she came back is because she's wondering like what happened. She's wondering what happened because she gave a fuck. She's like, I want to see what's up with this dude. And then now when I'm telling her, look, this is why I stopped fucking with you, right? And then she's like, but damn, I want to keep fucking with you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, if you do want to keep fucking with me, you understand this is what it is. And now she knows that I'm the type of no nonsense nigga. So if she fucks around, then she's gone again. You see what I'm saying? And it's a wrap for that, for real that time. So it's a thing where a lot of the stuff that I'm saying when I talk about how, to maneuver in this shit, there's layers to it. You understand? There's layers to it. So when I'm saying that I spend the least amount of time with a chick when she's not significant, right? It's because what happens is that I'm saving energy for me. If she does come back, what happens is if I relay something to her and I even want to take her back into the situation, it's letting her know why she fucked up. And if she does it again, it's a wrap. And also it solidifies what type of guy she's dealing with. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. And that makes sense too, because I remember when I called you a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, when I told, my ex when she was trying to be a backseat driver and told her to shut the fuck up.
Right.
She asked me like, is this what you say to all these other girls? I was like, look, I was just like, for other girls that I don't even know, I wouldn't even waste my time. I was like, so being the fact that you're my ex, we have kids together, we were married. I was like, be worried when I don't say anything.
Exactly. Like she should be glad you telling her to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Ho, shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that's a form of love right there. Like, listen, you know what I mean? Like, I love you enough to tell you to shut the fuck up, because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say shit, and I'll just let you continue to go on your goofy way and do some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, not as real talk.
No, exactly. And it's funny, right, that she was mad about that, but ever since then, there's been no issues whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's real shit.
But man, as always, I appreciate the information.
That's what's up. Appreciate you, my brother. I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right.
All right. Peace. All right. So we're gonna take these 3 last calls and we're gonna get out of here because I gotta eat some shit. I ain't even eat nothing today. I mean, well, I ate something like 6 a.m, but I'm fucking starving. But anyway, let's go to 861-573 and then 111, and then we're out of here. All right, 861. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's up? This is Bill. I called you like before.
What up, Bill? What's going on?
About 2 months back.
What up? Did you donate?
What's going on? Yeah, I got the donation. You can find me there. My PayPal name is Brian, B-R-Y-A-N.
So what's good, bro? What's good? What's going on?
Well, I wish I could tell you what's good, but actually it's not so good. I want to get your advice on something. it's the question that we're dealing with today, but it's like coming from like the opposite angle. I do business in Southeast Asia, and I met a girl recently, and we went out, and we're boyfriend, girlfriend. Later on, I found out that this was about a week ago that she was actually a madam for a famous brothel in the country that I'm in.
Right.
I didn't know this when we were going out, but some people that because I do business. I'm not a huge businessman, but I have some clout here where I am, and people were starting to tell me, they're like, yeah, your girl, she's like the madam of this of this brothel, and everything is cool with her. We get along just fine, but I'm starting to like, it wasn't just like one person. It was like a bunch of people telling me the same thing. And I was surprised because there's some people who don't even know her, or like they didn't know, they knew we were going out together, but they don't frequent those kind of places. But they were talking about, she's hooking people up, and she's like infamous in a way. So I'm pondering. I'm not normally like how would you call it, concerned about what other people say about the woman I'm dealing with, as long as I'm cool with her. But I think it's starting to maybe affect my reputation around here, for what I'm doing. And I'm debating whether to tell her to kind of leave that lifestyle, or like, if you want to be with me, you got to do that. You got to not do that. But then I'll be asking her, like, it's a pretty big brothel. She makes lots of money doing that, which I didn't know until recently. And she never lied to me. I never asked her. And when I asked her, she said, yeah, that's what I do. So
wait,
I don't know how we can handle that.
You trying to make this girl your woman, like your girlfriend?
Yeah, actually, well, we've been going out for about 3 weeks. And I'm not seeing anyone else. I'm still in the character finding stage, like you said. But yeah, I do want to go that route because everything is cool. She's nice. She's very smart. She helps me with my business, and she has. I like business-minded women, and that's what she is.
Okay,
so that's important to me.
So wait, so you've been with a chick. You've been seeing her for 3 weeks, and you're trying to lock it down in 3 weeks, brother.
I'm looking at the future. The thing is, okay, that's a good point, but here's the thing. Even though it's been 3 weeks, it's dogging my reputation out a little bit, frankly. Like, people have been coming to me, and that's even if I was to try to lock it down, the fact that I'm seen with this person, it's funny style.
And wait, and so you're hold on. So you're in South Korea right now, you said?
Yeah, actually, I'm in Southeast Asia right now. Actually, okay. I'm in Taiwan.
All right, and so how long you been out there?
I've been out there like 5 years. I go back and forth between mainland China and Taiwan. I've done business for a while.
Right, and so you're saying that this woman, you feel, is going to ruin your reputation by being with her?
Yeah, it's not like people will say somebody said this. And they'll be like, "Oh yeah," like for example, like 2 days ago, I was out buying some stuff, and somebody I didn't know was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I found out they knew me through that brothel, and the person, like the store clerk, they kind of looked at me funny style, like, how would you be, associated with that? And
wait, and so hold on, so you met this woman at the brothel? That's how y'all met?
No. Actually, what happened is I was bowling, and we started talking. She was really nice. We started talking. We struck up a conversation because I usually go bowling with my friends every week. And I met her there. We struck up a conversation. We had relationships. And after that, we started going out together. And everything is fine besides that. But then later on, a co-worker of mine came to me and was like, you know who this girl is? She's like this madam of the, even the brothel she works at, I've heard of it before because it's famous one. She's like the head madam there, and she doesn't have a very good reputation. And Like, if
But
if you're gonna be doing business deals,
it's
whatever,
you've only been fucking with this woman for 3 weeks. So why are you even worried about, you know what I'm saying? Like why, okay, one, why do you give a fuck about your reputation? That's one. Let me ask that. Why do you care?
No, that's a good point. It's not about let's say I didn't do what I do. I was just like, 9 to 5 work or whatever. I probably wouldn't care that much. But since I'm known around here, I'm not like known all over Taiwan, but just a small place I live in, people kind of know me, and they've known me for a few years. And that's what, and it may start to affect my business. It's not like, for example, if she worked there and I didn't know, I wouldn't even sweat it. But now I think it's starting to affect my, I think it could affect my money. That's what I'm worried about. More so than reputation.
So you're worried about the fact that you're messing with this chick that's running a brothel is going to affect your customers coming to you for business.
Exactly. Yes. You hit on, yes. Or just getting business in general. Yes.
All right. Well, I mean,
I've seen signs of it.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you got a choice to make, bro. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be like, well, listen, is my business, right, more important than this situation of a girl I just met 3 weeks ago? You know what I'm saying? Because listen, you only known her for 3 weeks. I don't even understand why. You know what I'm saying? You're making this an issue as far as, it being a big deal. Because if let's say hypothetically that you're correct, that this is fucking up your business, right?
90 seconds.
You only known this woman for 3 weeks. So, and you're thinking about making her your girlfriend and all this other shit, right? If you're already feeling some type of way now, and it's only been 3 weeks, right? That's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's already crazy. You understand what I'm saying? It's only been 3 weeks, and you're like, I'm wondering, should I ruin my livelihood for some chick I knew for 3 weeks? You understand what I'm saying?
60 seconds.
So,
well, let me tell you the other option. I was thinking about telling her to leave that, because I told her, I implied, I didn't tell her directly, but I said, one day I was talking to her and I said, I can make enough money for the both of us.
Oh my Jesus!
And and she, I told her that we could work together, like in the business or whatever. But I didn't tell her directly to leave.
Bruh, are you telling me that a chick you've been fucking with for 3 weeks, right? That you're telling her, hey, stop doing what you're doing, and I'm going to take care of you. Is that what you're saying?
10 seconds.
No.
That's what you're saying.
I said that we could do business together. Yeah.
What type of
me taking care of you?
What type of business can you do together with her?
I do import and export, and actually, she's actually gotten me some customers. So she actually does make a little bit of money off of what I do.
So hold on. So
like
basically, okay, listen to what you're saying. You're telling a woman that you've only known for 3 weeks to quit something she's probably been doing for years. For you, who she's only known for 3 weeks, and to jump on board what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And then just make it happen. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't tell her that. I was thinking about that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you're thinking.
I put it out there. Yeah.
That's what you're thinking about. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Like, you don't know this woman and she doesn't know you. That's a recipe for disaster. Now, again, it's not to say that it can't work, because anything is possible. Miracles can happen. I'm just saying that, bro, it's only been 3 weeks. What you should have been doing is you should have been smashing this chick on the low and just keeping it pushing that way. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happened is you would have been like, oh, you work at the brothel. I don't know, this might mess up my business, so I'm not going to really take her on as a main chick unless she's not working there. You understand? And that would have been it.
Hey, yeah, you just gave me an idea in what you said. Like, let's say we officially broke up.
Broke up? You're not together. What are you talking about? Broke up? You're not together? It's not your girl? Did y'all?
Well, that's what it's seen as. Yeah, we go. Go ahead.
Did y'all have a conversation and say we're together, we're boyfriend and girlfriend? Did y'all have that conversation?
We didn't use boyfriend and girlfriend. Actually, we said that because it was in Chinese. We said that we're going steady, so to speak, and we're not seeing anybody else. Because I wasn't seeing anybody else before.
Bruh. Bro, stop. You see what I'm saying? Stop it. Listen. All you need to do is hook up with this girl. You understand? All she should be saying is this. That's all you should be hearing from her. That's it. You understand? That's it.
Yeah.
And then keep it pushing, bro. What are you talking about? Like, now again, if you was hooking up with her for a few months, to a year, and then you started, and then you said she was helping you with your shit and everything was cool, then at that point you could say, you know what, we've been rocking for a year and a half, 2 years. You know what? I'm gonna have you come on to my program. We gonna switch it up. And then she'll be more willing to stop doing what she's doing to jump onto your program, because you've already proved over time that you're the type of guy who she feels would be the type of guy she should follow in that direction. Because you understand what I'm saying? Because remember, it's not just about you getting a woman to do something. It has to make sense to the woman also. You understand what I'm saying? That's why she does it, because it makes sense to her. You understand? So what happens is that why would she stop doing what she's doing to get with you without knowing? Like, she's gonna be like, wait a second, I don't really know this guy. What if he just stops wanting to talk to me next month and I just gave up my shit? You understand what I'm saying? And then you should be also thinking about it on the flip side. Why am I giving this woman I just met for 3 weeks some type of responsibility in my business and all this other shit so fast? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, you keep bringing up the 3 weeks or 3 weeks. Normally, this wouldn't even have been an issue, except that I started hearing things about her reputation. Because what you're saying, I'm not saying this is something serious, in such a short amount of time. But when I started hearing things that I'm hearing through the grapevine, that's what made me kind of, think about trying to push this a little faster. One, for my reputation and for my business, and because this is my livelihood too. So that's why this is a different situation. If I hadn't heard anything and we were just going out, I probably wouldn't have thought about any of this.
Bro,
you feel where I'm coming from?
Bro, no? all I'm saying is, bro, listen. If you're not, I think Angie said it in the chat, you might as well just leave her alone, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Because one, you feel a certain type of way about what she does. 2, you think it's going to ruin your reputation and that's going to fuck up your business. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't know what your business is. I don't know who you know and what your customers are and all that other stuff. But if for whatever reason you feel like it's going to fuck up your livelihood, what sense does it make you fucking up your livelihood for some chick you know for 3 weeks? Is that simple? That's, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That makes no sense at all. So, bro, either just go back to, kicking it with her on the low, you understand what I'm saying? Or charge it to the game, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you could do at this point. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I wish I had talked to you before actually this, but All
right, man. But
anyway,
don't be trying to wipe these chicks up too quick, brother. All right.
No problem. All
right, man.
Listen, you take care of yourself. I like what you're doing here, man. You're making a difference, and
that's what's
the truth
up.
is inside you.
Appreciate it, my brother.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. I'm holla. Peace. You guys got to be careful with that shit. All right, let's go to 573. 573 was popping. Who this?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, bro?
Hey, my man.
Hold on. Did you donate?
Absolutely.
All right. That's what's up. So what's going on?
Hey, so beautiful girls, man. I really don't think that really exists. It's relative.
Right.
And the way people, usually guys act upon that, they'll see a beautiful girl, what they would socially as a collective of people would see as a beautiful girl and put her on a pedestal.
Right.
In a way where it's like that woman is better than an average woman, which that's still relative. Like they're just words, average or beautiful. In my opinion, I feel like, it's all about how you feel and how you interact with that woman. It's about when you interact with that woman, what she's about, what she's like. That's where I feel like, the beauty comes from.
Right.
And that's why I fuck with you and Miles, because you guys expose that understanding, from what you guys said and the way you guys talk. Like I see that you guys are like, you know what you're talking about.
Right. No, I mean, well, that's real life shit,
Right. And so for me, it's like I've subscribed to that kind of thinking where, of course, if there's a beautiful girl, you're going to interact and you're going to react to them in a way, but that doesn't make them better.
Right.
That's just kind of that instant response. And I feel like because guys aren't out here like, because I wasn't also like talking to girls in my situation, it's easy to feel like girls that are like that are going to be better. But then I kind of realized, when I started interacting with any girl, there's girls who are like physically aren't as good looking as you would say socially, but they're like their personality, like they're sexy, they're hot.
Right.
And even then it's like, I'm not like saying that girls are like, on the level of like, I don't know, less than guys, but like, I'm a guy and I'm not going to ever interact with a woman in a way where they're better than me, but also like when interacting with them, it's neutral. Like I like you, you like me. It's not like, and so the question is, is that the right way to look at it? Like going around playing the game, interacting with women, I need to interact with women on the level of like, it doesn't matter if they're beautiful or not. You want to get to know them if you want to.
Right. Well, the thing is this, you want to find women that you're attracted to. So the problem is that guys are concerned with what other people will think is attractive versus what they're attracted to. And so what happens is one, you got to find women you're attracted to. And then on top of that, you still have to find out if you're really into them. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is what happens a lot of times where, like, okay, let's say a guy sees a girl and he's like, man, she's bad. Like she looks good and she's hot. She has that look I like and she's sexy and yada, yada, yada. Right. And so he should go and approach and talk to her. Right. But what he'll notice is that the more he does that, the more he's going to actually see who he really likes. So the reason why so many guys harp on like a chick being like super hot and super bad is because when they see a woman they think is hot 9 times out of 10 and sometimes 10 times out of 10, they don't go and approach her. So they're in a constant, they consistently think about what it would be like to be with her or get her, but they have no idea what it would be. They have no idea what it is like to be interacting with those type of women. So they don't even really know if they like those women because they've never been in a situation or hardly been in situations where they're talking to those girls. Because if they talk to those girls, they're going to realize some of them they like, some of them they don't. And on the flip side, they're going to find girls who aren't really, just probably average looking girls that they would say is a 6 or a 7. They'll find out they like those women too, or they might not like those women. Damn, you like all the way in the freaking, where you at? In the goddamn snowstorm or some shit? But nah, that's the thing. you got to actually go and see if you like the chick. And the way to see if you like the chick is you got to talk to women. And the thing is that the more you talk to women, the more you realize that a chick being hot isn't the end all be all. And that's what it is. Because you'll really start to see who you really like based off of, being in the situation. Oh, damn, your phone is going crazy, my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm outside right now. But yeah, I heard every word you said. But yeah, that's super fucking woke. I've always kind of looked at that and realized that, guys think on that level where they're not really interactive. They're just kind of like surface level and they're responding in a way where it's like you haven't even talked to that girl. You don't even know she's like actually attractive to you, but you're putting her on a pedestal.
Damn, caller, your phone is kind of janky right now, my brother. We can't hear you at all. You're like, sound like you in a goddamn ocean or something.
Can you hear me? Okay,
I get you a little bit better now. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
but yeah, like that's pretty woke because, like I said, I've subscribed to that kind of way of thinking of where it's like, it's easy to think that girls that are attractive physically, like in comparison, I guess you could say, are going to be better, but they're not.
Right.
You have to talk to them, and it depends on how you feel when you're interacting with them. And just listening to you guys, that really opened my eyes. Like I really didn't think that way.
Right,
before.
right, and that's
like, yeah,
right, and that's
so
the thing.
True.
You got to go up and see, because the thing is this: the more you know about yourself, the more you'll figure out what you want and what you like and what you don't like. And so, her looking a certain way isn't going to cut it. So this is why you say, okay, yeah, she's cute. Let me go and see what's popping with her. And then what happens is sometimes you end up not being attracted to her, realizing that there's no sort of chemistry there. You're not clicking. You're like, yeah, she cute, but I'm not really feeling the vibe. You understand what I'm saying? And so that becomes a thing where her looking a certain way doesn't matter at that point. You're like, you understand? You're like, I'm good. You understand? And so instead of you looking from the outside looking in and you keep staring at her and then you're wondering, damn, I need to get a chick like that. I need to get a chick like that. And then the thing is, you got to actually be in the situation to realize what's popping off. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro. All right. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother.
Okay, I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, bro. All right. So let's go to last call 111. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, Locario, what's going down, baby? It's G from Queens.
Oh, Lord. What's going on, bro?
Now, while you say that, I got a couple of questions, brother.
All right, go ahead.
And I donated $3.99.
This nigga.
But yo, I got a question. I got a question about this chick that I met named Maysu Leah. I met her at the spa. Like, we only met 3 times, right?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But yo, check it. We met about 3 times. But the problem is, she told me that I can't hit it without marriage. And she also have a video on Pornhub. So what do I do? And she has her OnlyFans. But I know that the truth is inside me. So I was trying to figure out.
This nigga, he just wants me to hit the button.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
All right. So guys, listen, man. That's pretty much it, man. We about to head out of here. I'm gonna keep this one up, and I'm gonna be back at 10 o'clock with Miles. So we're gonna be back on 10 o'clock. And remember, the other the other live streams is gonna be on Patreon. I'll keep this one up because I use those pictures or whatever. But yeah, make sure you guys check us out tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll make that happen. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys like the video on your way out. Appreciate everybody that called in. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the moderators. Shout out to April MC in the building. What's going on, girls? Shout out to Unique 79. Shout out to Joe Blast. Shout out to Ange A. Appreciate all y'all. And make sure you guys hit us up again tonight, 10 o'clock. I don't know what the topic is going to be, but we'll come up with something cool. But that one that we do tonight, we'll put that on the Patreon. So make sure you catch it live tonight. But make sure you guys get on the Patreon and get that shit cracking. All right. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm out of here. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Mouts. And this shit don't want to end. This is my God.